everybody, it's Coach T from Tips for Running, and it's winter. It's winter, isn't it beautiful? Anyways, here's some winter running tips for you. That's assuming that you're gonna go outside. There's always the alternative of you can run on a treadmill, which I find extremely boring, or you can, if you can, find an indoor track and run on an indoor track. That's actually kind of exciting if you get the chance to do that. But let's assume you're not doing that. Let's assume you're going outside in the winter. The first and most important tip is to wear clothes in layers. Okay? I do have a kind of a thicker outer layer right here, but I wear 2 shirts underneath that. The rule for me is about every 20 degrees past 60, I want another layer. So at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm wearing at least a shirt. At 40, probably 2 shirts. At 20 degrees, I've got 3 layers on. So I do that also for my legs. These are lined pants, so there's an extra layer underneath here to keep my legs warm. Also, if you can see, I wear some beautiful baseball socks because I used to play baseball, but they keep my calves warm. A lot of people underestimate keeping your feet and your legs warm. That's very important because that's what matters in running is your warm legs. Otherwise you might pull something. So keep your legs warm too. Alright, my second tip. You gotta wear gloves and a hat. Okay? A lot of heat escapes out of your head, especially if you're like me and you don't have a lot of hair. I get super cold fast. So wear a hat and wear gloves. I always wear long shirts, long sleeve shirts, because sometimes even when you're running your hands will still get cold when you have gloves, so I'll just pull this over so I can keep my hands in there too sometimes because that gets really cold. Tip 3, pick your route wisely. What I mean by that is try and find somewhere where you're going to run where it's not too slippery. Also, sometimes sidewalks are covered with snow. If you can find roads that are not as busy, or if you can run at a time when there's not a lot of traffic, it's kind of easier to run on the road. Sidewalks tend to get icier and they get bumpy because if someone doesn't shovel them and you walk on them, they get all bad. So I actually tend to run more on the roads in the winter. Another tip is, let's say it's really windy, but you still want to get a run in outside. If you can have someone drive you out like 3 or 4 miles from your house and then run with the wind back home. So at least you're outside. But one of the worst things is running with the wind on your way out and you get all sweaty. Then you turn and you run into the wind on your way back and that wind cuts through you and that sweat dries up and makes you real cold. So pick your route wisely. One more tip, tip number 4. I forgot about this. It's slippery out. You have to run with shorter strides. Try and get your whole foot on the ground. Don't be running on your toes, don't run on your heels, but use your whole foot. Run with shorter strides. Don't try and really push off and slide. You have to kind of glide on the pavement or on the snow. So just remember that. Shorter strides, take it easy. Don't try to push it, especially where it's slippery. Alright, happy trails. Can you film me running a little bit?
I suppose.
Okay. Enjoy your time running in the snow. Try and stay quick with your strides. Short, you might not go fast. Also, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be making 1 video per week from now on. So stop on by and see some more tips for running. Bye-bye.